What's up guys? On today's episode with Bassing with Sasha, I'm going to be going through my top 5 baits that I like to throw in the winter time. So stay tuned and enjoy this episode. Let's start with bait number 1. This is my favorite lure. I throw it year round. It's a perfect search bait. That is the red-eye shad. Red-eye shad, I don't know what weight it is. Like I said, it's a great search bait. Reason why it's good in winter is because it's got quite a tight action. It actually doesn't have a very big wobble. So that's number 1. I'll literally just cast this out and reel it in summer and winter, year round. Bait number 2, if that red-eye shad isn't working, this I'll generally also throw in summer or in winter. That's a jerkbait. See this jerkbait? It's quite a small jerkbait, quite a finesse style bait. It's got the 2 treble hooks, not the 3. Reason why I throw this is also because you are able to stop it and pause it as long as you want to. You kind of cast it out there, you get it to you jerk it down to its depth, and then you just leave it to sit there. This can work in summer and in winter. So yeah, you leave it to sit there for at least 30 seconds to a minute. I know it can get quite boring to throw this jerkbait and leave it to sit there in the winter time. In summer it's a little bit more of an erratic action, but yeah, winter time, throw it out there, gets very, very boring. So that's bait number 2, which I love to throw. Okay, bait number 2. Bait number 2 for me is a shaky head worm. Okay, so a shaky head worm, technically it's just a straight worm, and then I'll throw it on a shaky head jig, as you guys can see here. So all I do is I kind of just bite off the tip, and then I just screw it on. What I'll do is I'll throw it out there and I'll let it sink, and I'll literally just leave it to sit there for about 30 seconds to 1 minute in one spot. But I won't just leave it there and kind of just relax and chill. I will actually throw it out there, and then I won't even jump it, I won't hop it, I'll kind of just move the line up and down, so the bait sits in that spot. And then what actually happens is, because the line is moving, the bait actually quivers. It actually makes like a shaking movement. That's great. So yeah, 30 seconds to a minute. I know this is all very, very boring at winter time fishing, but you can catch fish like that. Bait number 4. If that shaky head isn't working, because it's quite a big presentation, I'll go over to the Z-Man TRD bait. Everybody knows this. This is a great finesse bait. I'll rig it up with that mushroom jig head from Z-Man, as you guys can see there. It's got 2 little wee guards. It's quite a small hook, but it's quite a strong hook. So if the shaky head doesn't work, I go to that, and that's perfect. I'll literally do the exact same. I'll cast it out there, I'll let it sit for about 30 seconds to a minute. If not, then I'll move it, but I'll also just make it quiver, and all it really does is sit in one spot and it'll kind of just shake its tail. Okay, so bait number 5 is a drop shot. Like, this is all a preference thing, whatever kind of drop shot bait you want to use. I use something that looks kind of like a minnow, kind of like a fish, a small baby fish. This is just a little big bite bait. This is the cane, oh shit, I don't even know what it's called. This is the sugarcane worm. That's all just preference. You can use a fluke, you can use a small stick bait, you can use a little grub. That's up to you, whatever you really feel like doing. So with this, I'll pair it up with a very small mosquito hook. Mosquito hook is tiny. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. Small little mosquito hook, and I'll throw it with that little cylinder drop shot weight. I'll literally do the exact same as what I've done with the Shakey Head and the TRD. I'll cast it out there and I'll let it sit for 30 seconds to a minute, and I'll do the exact same. I'll cast it out there, let it drop, and then I'll kind of just shake the rod tip, making the line bounce up and down. And what that essentially does is it actually makes that tail actually jump up and down like that. Not that erratic, but it'll be a more of a natural kind of style. And yeah, that actually catches quite a lot of fish. I also throw that year-round, as with the Shakey Head and the TRD. They're very good finesse baits when the fish aren't in a mood to bite. So yeah, that's my top 5 baits, winter baits, that I'll throw in the winter. Okay, so now you guys know what I throw in the winter. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of my selection of winter baits. Maybe you guys have something else that you guys throw, maybe I should try. Hit me a like for this video, hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't yet, and I'll see you guys on the next episode with Bassing with Sasha.